It's Sunday night. You're scrolling through your phone, feeling that familiar sense of dread about Monday morning. You keep telling yourself, if I could just find my passion, everything would be different. The job wouldn't feel like a cage. The weeks wouldn't blur together. You would finally feel alive. But what if the search itself is the problem? We've been sold a myth, a beautiful, romantic, and incredibly damaging myth, the myth of passion. In this story, passion is a magical creature, a unicorn hiding in a forest somewhere. Your one job in life is to find it. You're given a treasure map at graduation, told follow your passion and sent on your way. So you search. You read books. You take personality tests. You ask your friends, what do you think my passion is? As if it's a piece of spinach stuck in your teeth that only they can see. Years go by. You've explored a few clearings in the forest. You took up pottery for a month until you realized it was mostly just making expensive, lumpy cups. You tried coding until you hit your first major bug and decided to set your laptop on fire was a more productive use of your time. You even started a sourdough starter during that one phase. We don't talk about what happened to him. His name was Doug. Rest in peace, Doug. Every dead end, every failed hobby only reinforces the fear. What if you don't have a unicorn? What if your forest is empty? You look at other people who seem to have found theirs, the baker who loves bread, the mechanic who loves cars, the influencer who is inexplicably passionate about beige home decor, and you feel a quiet, burning jealousy. What's wrong with you? This endless hunt for perfect passion doesn't lead to fulfillment. It leads to paralysis. Psychologists call it the paradox of choice. When you believe you have to find the one single perfect passion from an infinite number of options, the pressure to choose correctly becomes so immense that you end up choosing nothing at all. You just keep searching. And here we arrive at the hard truth, the break in our story. I'm looking for my passion has become the most socially acceptable, intelligent sounding excuse for being terrified to commit to anything. It's the ultimate get out of jail free card for inaction. It's not that you're scared of failing. It's not that you're avoiding the hard-born work. No, you're on a quest, a noble spiritual journey to find your unicorn. And until you find it, you can't possibly be expected to build anything, can you? The myth of finding your passion isn't a map, it's the cage. So if finding your passion is a trap, what's the alternative? You stop searching and you start building. You trade the treasure map for a toolbox. You abandon the idea that passion is a thing you find and embrace the truth that passion is a thing you create. It is a byproduct, a result, not a starting point. This isn't just a nice idea. It's a framework, a practical, low-pressure strategy that replaces the terrifying hunt for a unicorn with a simple daily practice. It's called the Follow Your Curiosity Framework, and it has 3 steps. Step 1, the spark. Identify a curiosity. Forget passion. Passion is a 10-ton boulder you have to push up a hill. Curiosity is a pebble in your shoe. It's small. It's a little annoying. It's easy to notice. All you have to do is stop and look at it. What have you been even mildly interested in lately? Not a life-changing obsession, just a whisper of interest. Have you been watching videos about ancient Roman history? Are you curious about why your bread never comes out right? Have you wondered how websites are actually made? That's it. That's your spark. Don't judge it. Don't ask if it could be a career. Just acknowledge it. Today, my curiosity is how to cook the perfect steak. That's all you need. Step 2, the work. Engage and build competence. Now you invest a small, non-threatening amount of effort into that curiosity. The goal is not to become a world expert by Friday. The goal is to get a small win, to learn one thing. If you're curious about Roman history, don't buy a 900-page textbook. Watch one 10-minute YouTube video about the Punic Wars. If you're curious about steak, don't enroll in culinary school. Watch one tutorial on how to get a good sear. If you're curious about coding, don't download a complex programming environment. Go to a free website and complete one Hello World exercise. This is the work. It's the boring part. It's the part to find your passion. Myth conveniently leaves out. But it's the most important part, because this is where you start to build something invaluable, competence. Step 3, the fire. Let passion emerge. This is the magic. Passion is the feeling you get when you realize you're good at something. When you successfully cook that first perfect steak, a little switch flips in your brain. You feel a jolt of pride, competence. You think, hey, I can do this. That feeling makes you want to do it again. Maybe next time you'll try a different cut of meat. Maybe you'll learn about resting times. You engage, you learn more, you get better. Your competence grows, and with it, your enjoyment grows. That enjoyment, fueled by competence and repeated engagement, slowly over time builds into a roaring fire. And one day, you look up from your work, completely absorbed and happy, and you realize this is it. This is passion. You didn't find it, you built it. This isn't just a nice story. This process is grounded in a deep understanding of human psychology and a philosophy that has built empires. First, it creates a competence, passion feedback loop. Psychologists know that one of the deepest human drivers is the need for competence and autonomy. The feeling that you are good at what you do and have control over it. When you get a small win, your brain releases dopamine, a chemical linked to motivation and pleasure. This makes you want to do the task again. As you repeat it, you get better competence, which feels good dopamine, which makes you want to do it more. This is the feedback loop that Find Your Passion completely ignores. It tries to start at the end of the race. The building method starts you at the beginning, with your shoes tied. Second, let's talk about Julia Child. When we think of passionate chefs, we think of Julia Child. But when she moved to Paris in her late 30s, she didn't know how to cook. Her passion was, well, she didn't have one. She was a former government intelligence officer looking for something to do. She wasn't struck by lightning in a Parisian market. She was bored. Out of curiosity, she enrolled in the famous Le Cordon Bleu cooking school. She wasn't a natural. She was surrounded by male veterans who took the craft seriously. The work was grueling, precise, and difficult. She had to learn everything from scratch, from how to properly hold a knife to how to debone a duck. But through thousands of hours of repetitive, often frustrating work, she became competent. Then she became excellent. And from that excellence, her legendary passion for French cooking was born. She didn't find her passion in Paris. She built it, one perfectly chopped onion at a time. Finally, this is the philosophy of Kaizen in action. We've talked about this before on Zero Meridian. It's the Japanese principle of continuous incremental improvement. Waiting for a giant passion to arrive is the opposite of Kaizen. It's waiting for a miracle. Building your passion through small, daily curiosities and efforts is Kaizen. It's a reliable, timing-tested system for achieving mastery and fulfillment instead of a lottery ticket for a dream job. Waiting to find your passion is like waiting for lightning to strike so you can have fire. Learning to build your passion is like being given a matchbox. You can create warmth and light wherever you go, whenever you choose. So it's time to stop asking the wrong question. The question is not, what is my one true passion? The question is, what am I curious enough about to try today? That's it. That's your new starting line. Your Zero Meridian. Pick one thing, something small, something that pulls at you even just a little, and give it 15 minutes of your attention, not to master it, not to make it a career, just to honor your curiosity. The life you dream of loving isn't out there, hiding in a forest, waiting to be found. It's in here, waiting to be built.